My name is Roman Penn, and I'm a senior at Drake University. I'm a sociology major, and I also play basketball here at Drake. I have one full sister, her name is Kiana, and I have a bunch of brothers and sisters, some of who I talk to a lot and some I don't. I grew up in Federal Way, Washington, and lived there for 10 years, then moved to Hammond, Indiana, where I currently reside. Growing up, I was a really good kid, but once I moved to Indiana, a different side of me was shown because I was getting in a lot of trouble. I ended up going to a private high school, which helped me get my mindset together to focus on what was important to me, which was sports and specifically basketball. This private school was 90% white people, and I think this was a good opportunity for me to learn how to communicate with people I would come into contact with when it came to my collegiate and aspiring professional basketball career. Basketball has been a part of my life for a while and has molded me into the person I am now, specifically in teaching me ways to approach multiple different types of people and different ways I would need to present myself. In a sense, I learned how to approach people through the sport of basketball. Basketball on the college and professional level, I believe, is very fake in some ways. For example, many famous athletes hire other people to control their media accounts and platforms such as Instagram. Some of these posts are perfectly selected and placed with the perfect caption to help these athletes fit into what society sees as most pleasing. I found myself changing who I am and how I act to fit a certain standard on how a basketball player should carry himself. I sometimes find myself posting on my own social media posts I know are deemed more acceptable rather than making comments or posting photos I know could be misread and judged by those following me. Now, this happens on all sports levels, but I'm going to specifically focus on basketball and myself. I find it very misleading when I talk to boosters or professional media, as I put on this fake voice and personality to fit certain criteria of how we are supposed to conduct ourselves based on societal expectations. While I was attending my previous college, at the end of our basketball season, we had to attend a dinner where we received awards, but also everyone in attendance, besides our team and coaches, were people who had donated to our program. We were required to dress in formal attire. Each player was spread out and sat at a different table. Everyone else at our tables was people who donated, and we spent 2 and 3 hours talking to them about what we enjoyed and loved about the program and what we wanted to see happen the next season. We had to talk to these people in a much more formal way than what we would talk to anyone else in our everyday lives, and we were all posed and told how to act and behave. It was 2 to 3 hours of pretending to be someone else to appeal to the people funding our program, but in no way was our real personalities. However, I do believe in being respectful and professional. Although not being myself is what I have started to get accustomed to, society and media expect you to act a certain way. The media loves a kid coming from a low social class to becoming a successful collegiate level basketball player. On top of that, also being a well-rounded person, when in reality, that's not how it is. I grew up a certain way, and I feel like you are a product of your environment, and there's nothing wrong with that. I do believe, though, it is important to remember how you are and act outside of the personality you put on for certain people.